Right now at 10 on the campaign trail, Wisconsin's lieutenant governor stops in La Crosse. The top concerns she wants to solve in Madison.
And a new marijuana proposal in La Crosse County. Why fines for possession may only cost $1.
Plus, changes coming to the King Apple Parade. What a new ordinance is banning.
WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. A Democratic candidate for Wisconsin governor is making a campaign stop in La Crosse. Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez announced her run in July. Today, she met with residents and community leaders to hear about the challenges families face and their hopes for the future. The tour is part of her campaign to connect with working families across all 72 state counties.
I think it's important to listen to voices everywhere in Wisconsin because that's what I'm going to do as governor. I'm going to represent the entire state. So coming to every single county within this primary is going to be really important to me.
Rodriguez says Wisconsinites consistently bring up the cost of housing and child care as obstacles they want fixed in Madison.
A La Crosse County Board Supervisor is taking on pot fines. District 3 Supervisor David Pierce is behind it. His countywide proposal would reduce the fine for possession of 25 grams or less of marijuana and paraphernalia to just $1. The city already has an ordinance on the books. It lowers the fine for minor possession to $1.
As long as marijuana remains illegal at the state level, we're doing everything we can to minimize the negative impact of that poor policy on La Crosse County residents.
The county's Judiciary and Law Committee will take up Pierce's plan tomorrow.
La Crescent City Council has passed an ordinance to regulate noise levels during parades. This means fireworks won't be allowed at this month's King Apple Parade. The ordinance bans the use of sirens, horns, or other high-decibel noise-making devices. City documents say excessive noise can cause stress and discomfort, especially for young children, people with sensory sensitivities, and animals. Now, Applefest officials say noise from marching bands and music are allowed this year, but an annual display from the La Crosse Skyrockers is not.
It's just kind of a fun, promotion for them and the fireworks shows that they put on around the Coulee region every year. So it is unfortunate that after 20 plus years in our parade, they will not be there this year.
Now, the Skyrockers on Facebook are encouraging people to reach out to city officials. The King Apple Parade set for September 21st during Applefest. The Skyrockers say they will be at Oktoberfest parades the following week. Highway 35 is back open after a wreck on the road. WSDOT says 2 vehicles were involved in a crash at Highway 35 and Park Street around noon. 4 people were sent to the hospital, though no word on their injuries. The accident is under investigation.
2 high-traffic road closures to pass along. Lang Drive from Monitor to La Crosse Street is down to 2 lanes. New approach slabs are being put in on the bridges. Traffic will still flow both ways, but drivers could see more congestion in the area. And West Avenue South from Green Bay Street to Travis Street is also down to 1 lane each way. It's for water service repair. All lanes are expected to be open by 3 p.m. tomorrow.
A News 8 follow-up. The Black Hawk Bridge is closing temporarily overnight tomorrow. Officials say it'll close at 10 Tuesday night until 6 a.m. Wednesday. DOT is bringing in some heavy equipment to help put the new bridge into place. That new bridge set to open in mid-2027. A judge is ordering Minnesota state agencies to assess nitrate pollutant protections. Under the agreement, agencies have 1 year to find out if existing rules are working. This comes after environmental advocate groups sued the state's Pollution Control Agency and Department of Agriculture. They argue those departments haven't done enough to address pollutants. Runoff from fertilizer can lead to high levels of nitrate in private wells, which can cause cancer and birth defects.
Well, I'm not going to lie. It was a bit of a chilly evening for me, to say the least. I had the heater on, the sweater.
You did have the heater.
The sweater on, but we will be warming up this week, Greg.
Yeah, I don't know. It was in the 60s here. That was actually our high temp a few days ago, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But otherwise, yeah, it's going to be very mild to even warm later this week. Now, we do have some rain chances to speak of, but really not in the way of much rain. So waking up tomorrow morning, much milder than we had lately. So only getting back down to 60 because we have cloud cover that'll be coming in. Rain for Eau Claire is probably late morning or even early afternoon, and it looks less likely even during the day. It's going to stay north. So overall, the winds will be lighter, but only getting up to 67 at noon because of a cloud cover. cover. Now overall for La Crosse, we're not seeing any type of rain. It'll be off and on clouds until we get to about the afternoon time frame, getting up to 71, so temperatures a little bit more milder, at least going throughout the daytime. Overnight lows, as I mentioned, not seeing any 30s much, no 40s. We're seeing more 50s and even 60s as that south wind continues overnight and the cloud cover also increases. So that's a big story. But overall, yeah, we got some warm conditions, and that means we got a stretch of 80s coming here pretty soon. So the summer warmth is coming back, and we'll break down how long that'll last here a bit later.
All right. Well, it sounds like you won't need that heater pretty soon.
Well,
Nope,
you know,
sounds
knowing
like
her,
it.
she still might need it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
Happening around the state, the Wood County Health Department confirming a human case of West Nile. It's the first human case in the county. It's contracted through bites from infected mosquitoes, and it's not spread from person to person. Madison ranks among the top 10 best cities to retire in the U.S. That's the word from Wallet Hub. The site looked at everything from affordability, quality of life, healthcare, and activities. And Garth Brooks will kick off Milwaukee's Summerfest in 2026. The concert will be Brooks's first ever Summerfest appearance and his first performance in Milwaukee in more than a decade. Tickets go on sale Friday.
Minnesota State Senator Jeremy Miller will not seek re-election. The Republican from Winona was first elected to serve District 26 back in 2010. He says he's not ruling out a future bid for public office, but he's taking a step back to focus on his family and business.
La Crosse area firefighters are taking on muscular dystrophy. Local 127 held its annual Fill the Boot campaign. The event is at the intersection of 4th Street and La Crosse Street. It wrapped up today at 5:30, but will go again from 2:30 to 5:30 tomorrow. All donations go towards research, care programs, and summer camps.
It really positively affects a lot of people, even in our own area. So there's over 5,500 members that MDA directly affects just in the state of Wisconsin alone.
The Fill the Boot campaign has been going strong since 1954.
Golfers were swinging for police dogs today. La Crosse Police hosted their annual Puttin' for Pooches tournament at Fox Hollow. The fundraiser supports equipment and training for the department's 6 canine teams. These dogs help with drug detection, tracking suspects, and community outreach.
This is pretty much what pays for our entire program. It's very important to get us food, medical supplies. When these dogs start to age and retire, there's a lot of wear and tear that come on them, all the way down to just buying a leash in today's world, because everything's gone so far up in price that we just can't do it without all the donations and this golf outing.
The tournament included dinner and prizes at Brothers Bar and Grill. Still ahead tonight at 10, a major Supreme Court decision, how it'll impact immigration and customs enforcement.
And Russia intensifying its attacks on Ukraine, how President Trump is responding to the strikes when we come back.
Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Plus, cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Fleet Farm's turning 70, and you're invited to the party. Join us September 12th through the 14th for a shot at over $170,000 in prizes and giveaways. We'll have a different giveaway for the first 500 guests each day. Free water bottles, canned koozies, or hats. Plus, enjoy free hot dogs or snacks while you shop special anniversary deals store-wide. Don't miss our 70th celebration, September 12th through 14th at Fleet Farm. For more details, go to fleetfarm.com/anniversary.
Dreaming of a new ride? Apply today at driveultra.org and make your dream a reality. Hey, dogs can dream too. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
The U.S. Supreme Court has handed the Trump administration a win on mass deportation efforts.
And the federal government is launching a new immigration initiative in Chicago focusing on people with criminal records. CBS News correspondent Torian Small has the latest from the White House.
The Supreme Court's conservative majority lifted a restraining order by a lower court judge who found ICE agents were conducting indiscriminate stops in and around Los Angeles.
Under the Fourth Amendment, you need a reasonable suspicion before you detain somebody and, for instance, question them based on their immigration status. The Supreme Court today put that ruling, that temporary restraining order, on hold while the case plays out.
The Supreme Court's 6-3 decision cleared the way for agents to conduct sweeping immigration operations in LA. Meanwhile, in Chicago, activists gathered Monday as the Department of Homeland Security says it's moving forward with Operation Midway Blitz, which would target people without legal permission to live in the U.S. who have criminal records.
They're going to be targeting our communities here in the Southwest side. Again, we're afraid. Our neighbors are afraid.
The initiative comes as President Trump says he wants to send troops to Chicago to combat crime.
We'd love to go into Chicago and straighten it out.
Appearing at the Museum of the Bible Monday, Trump said the Department of Education will issue new guidance about prayer in public schools.
We have to bring back religion in America, bring it back stronger than ever before.
The president did not provide details about what the new guidance will be. Torian Small, CBS News, the White House.
Russia continues to intensify its attacks on Ukraine, launching the largest air assault in nearly 4 years of war. Russia deployed a swarm of more than 800 drones this weekend. The assault caused serious damage in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, hitting a key government building and killing at least 4 people. It comes just 3 weeks after the face-to-face meeting between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin.
His willingness to meet with President Trump on Alaska was actually because of the fact that he was really scared about sanctions.
President Trump says he's ready to hit Russia with a second phase of sanctions. He also indicates he expects to speak with Putin in the next few days.
Well, tensions remain high in the Middle East in the wake of a deadly attack in Jerusalem. At least 6 people were killed and a dozen injured when Palestinian attackers opened fire at a bus stop in Jerusalem. Israeli police said 2 gunmen launched the attack during morning rush hour. A security officer and an armed civilian at the scene returned fire, killing the attackers.
2 Palestinian terrorists murdered Jews on buses at the remote junction in the entrance to Jerusalem. So far, 6 Israelis have been killed. There are many, many injured, including pregnant women.
The attack comes a day after President Trump issued a last warning to Hamas. He also said Israel had accepted his proposed ceasefire and hostage release agreement.
We will have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, we got that summertime warmth return as we expect here in the fall time frame, so goodbye cool conditions, but we do have some chances of rain to time out, so we'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn weather update after the break.
If you have aging or cracked sewer lines that need to be replaced, choose Maxwell White. We make sewer replacements a stress-free process and make sure your lines are good to go for many years to come. For a limited time only, we're offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports and your day becomes better and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
spiced berry fudge is amazing. Mmm, this is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Stubborn clog that just won't give? With our drain cleaning services, we can remove those stubborn blockages without jeopardizing the integrity of your pipes. For a limited time, we're offering financing options with no interest if paid in full within 18 months. So call today.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Yeah, our average temperatures are still slowly falling throughout the month, so if you want to see where we're supposed to be, it's about in that range, and we kind of saw that today and the overnight lows. We'll see that probably tomorrow, and then we're going to go above likely for the end of the week into the weekend too, and that means 80s are coming back, which is not unusual for this time of year to see 80s once again. If you look at now the overall average last date, now this is just the average date. The records for the latest date are pretty much for 80s will be in October, but that gives you a general idea where we should be. So 80s are quite common all the way through September, even 90 potentially all the way to the end of September, early October too. And you see October too, 70s too on average. So we're going to see a lot more 80s, 70s, obviously, even 90s are still possible, so definitely don't put away the summertime stuff quite yet. Overall, the big pitch pattern going on right now, we have a couple weak disturbances coming, one from the west, one from the north. As it zooms in here, you kind of see where the fronts are lined out. They're not particularly very strong, either one, even the one up to the north that doesn't have too much of a cold air with it. But these two combined are going to give us our opportunity for showers, maybe a few thunderstorms all the way through early Wednesday morning, but don't expect a lot of activity. I think the more thing you're going to expect is probably a lot more clouds than actually rainfall, and definitely not a washout on either period. For tomorrow, with a lot more cloud cover further to the north, they'll see a good drop from the temperatures from today, 70s back to the low to mid 60s. Further south you go, less clouds, obviously less precipitation too. Not much of a change from what we saw from Monday today to tomorrow too. So these are still below average, but overall not too bad. As you wake up tomorrow, cloud cover will be the real thing that'll be in the increase. The shower activity associated probably will be just north of Eau Claire, maybe Rusk County, further to the west in Iowa as this whole complex begins. But you're not going to see a lot of development through the morning hours, maybe the afternoon. You start seeing some scatter activity develop and even a few thunderstorms further north. So by the time we're looking at the evening commute, you're not looking at much activity further south of Eau Claire, La Crosse. If you go further west, there's a little bit of an activity too that's out there. All of it really is going to be centered around Eau Claire, northward, and even then it's kind of scattered in light activity, but there is some embedded thunderstorms with this. And then through the evening, that's when I think more of the area will see the showers and even thunderstorms after 7. It'll begin to progress east and may actually increase a little bit in coverage towards 10, 11, even midnight as it continues to push southeast. But if you're south of La Crosse, your evening might not see much in the way of anything too until we get later in the night. This will progress. We could see activity continue, but I think the overall trend towards the morning will be less of it and more centered I-90 further south. So we could see a few showers persist for the morning commute for those areas. The rest of the areas we could see cloud cover, and we can't rule out a little bit of fog too going into Wednesday with the amount of moisture that'll be out there. But that'll push southeast eventually. So by the time we get to Wednesday afternoon, we should be good, and you can see the temperatures will respond. Not much cooler behind this, actually getting warmer too. We'll come up to the 70s. Better as you go further north, a bigger jump just because they were in the 60s. But all in all, it's going to be warmer Wednesday and potentially even warmer Thursday. Less cloud cover to deal with. We still might contend with a little bit of morning fog, but otherwise more into the 80s. And if you want even close to 90, it's going to be right on the doorstep come Friday and even Saturday. As you see the 90s holding on to the south, we could see some mid 80s going into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We do have a chance for some showers or maybe thunderstorms coming Friday night, but that will be a small chance going into Saturday. In the weekend, those chances are very light, but temperatures will start to cool back down. It's kind of a front kind of sags south through the area in the weekend, and we get back to more average temperatures for the early part of next week. But even then, we're still in the mid 70s. So Like I said, it's those low temperatures are what our highs were like the last several days. So we kind of flipped it around. So yeah, get out the summer gear again, you know, and eventually probably maybe some point here in a week and a half, you'll put it back away.
Yeah, flipping and
That's how it
flopping.
goes.
Pretty much.
Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, Monday Night Madness, an update on the Vikings thriller against the Bears. Plus, the Packers sent a message to the rest of the league after yesterday's win. We'll hear the message from the locker room next.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
Right now, it's the Labor Day sale at Home Furniture. Get up to 15% off sale prices plus 3-year special financing. Choose from the largest in-stock selection of living room, dining room, and mattresses, plus free in-store design service. Our best Labor Day sale at Home Furniture ends Wednesday.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Get an 11% rebate on everything when you shop at Menards. We're your destination for all concrete products. Whether you're setting a post or pouring a new sidewalk, we have what you need for your project. Get an 11% rebate on all concrete and mortar. Schultz Grass Seed is perfect for starting new lawns or overseeding existing lawns. A 3-pound bag covers up to 2,000 square feet. Right now, only $8.99 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West-Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. Get crispy tacos for just $1.39 every Taco Tuesday, only at Taco John's.
News 8 Now wants to help you create memories with your family by watching movies on the big screen. Friday Flicks with Vicki Nichols of Sparta Cinema will tell you all about upcoming must-see blockbusters, plus exclusive deals at the theater. Watch this Friday at 5 a.m. on News 8 This Morning, presented by Sparta Cinema.
Hurry, it's the Labor Day patio closeout at Home Seasonal Concepts. Up to 75% off select floor models. When they're gone, they're gone. Seat pads from just $19.99. Patio umbrellas starting at $69.99. Protective covers up to 50% off while supplies last at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, there was no trouble getting those muscles loose on this warm night for some cross-country action up in Black River Falls. Area racers looking to post a fast time. To Skyline Golf Course we go for the Tri-County Invitational. Boys hitting the course first at this meeting. It's the halfway point Alex Saigula of Blair Taylor, and he is feeling relaxed. A little hang loose sign as he passes the camera. He takes first with a time of 18:47. Then Colt Kulig of Whitehall, and in third it is Caleb Ameson of Melman. Team-wise, it's the Chippewa Valley Bolts taking the top podium spot, with Aleva Strum finishing second. Then it's the girls' turn to hit the course halfway in this one. Mary Kmejula from Chippewa Valley leading as she takes first individual with a time of 22:51. Her teammate Annalise Preston takes second with a time of 23:25, and then it's Jadine Borison of Blair Taylor taking third. The Bolts sweep the varsity races with a first place finish, while Melrose Mindoro takes second. Mabel Canton has been rolling this year on the volleyball court. They still haven't dropped a set as they welcomed in Southland. First set action, Rebels with some good defense, but Lauren Burke makes the diving save, and that would eventually set up Ella Halverson, who gets the kill. Cougars rolling. A little later, Braylee Stort's jump serve uses the net to her advantage. Mabel up big. Southland would make a comeback, but the Cougars would answer. Gwyneth Rain the set. Kinley Soiney, the senior, slams it down. And then on set point, Southland setting it up, but it's Halverson going up, and she's going to block it at the net. Mabel Canton takes the set. Southland would get one on them, but the Cougars roll 3-1. Wild one from the Windy City tonight, featuring the Vikings and Bears. Minnesota was down 17-6. Then J.J. McCarthy threw a couple touchdown passes in the fourth quarter. and a rushing score. At last check, Minnesota leads 27-24. I'll have a recap from this one for you tomorrow. And it is the first Victory Monday for Packer fans of the season as the Green and Gold exercised some demons yesterday and took it to the Lions, winning 27-13. The offense of the Green and Gold was running like a well-oiled machine with little to no self-inflicted wounds, while the defense, well, they shut down the explosive rushing game of the Lions and got consistent pressure on Jared Goff. A start like these has the Packers excited for what's to come.
That was like my first game of just constant snaps, repetition, things like that. So obviously I got to, recover, do everything I need to do to get ready for Thursday. But emotionally, I couldn't be more happy, to get my first win in Lambeau, having amazing fans. Just everything overall, it was just a one-on-one experience for me. And, I told J-Lo that's our first one, and I can't wait to keep stacking them. We got a long way to go.
Hopefully we can keep this train going, continue to stack days. We're not going to have much time to put the pads on this week because we're rolling into Thursday Night Football, but just more opportunities to sharpen our mind and get in the toolkit.
And as Tucker said, the Green and Gold will welcome in another NFC playoff team from a season ago on Thursday as the Washington Commanders come to Titletown. Tough one for the Crew in their series opener against the Rangers tonight. Michael Hellman drives in all 5 for Texas, including a grand slam in the shutout. Cubs lose as well, so Milwaukee stays 7.5 up in the Central. And how about Toma native Kirk Hegna hitting his 3rd career hole-in-one at the annual Toma Health Foundation golf outing a week ago, and he did it on a hole where $25,000 were up for grabs. And with that $25K, Hegna and his wife Barb donated back $5,000 to the Toma Health Community Foundation. Guys, it was a crazy way. I guess it still is a crazy way to end the first week of football here, as the Bears are trying to come back now after the Vikings come back. But congratulations to Ken on winning the first week of the Pick'em.
Thank you.
11 wins, maybe 12 if Minnesota hangs on.
That's right. Yes, and probably the only week that I will emerge victorious.
That is not true. I got last place, everyone.
And we all picked the Vikings as well, so if they hold on, then we're all smart. We'll announce the winner overall from the community tomorrow.
And everyone still has a chance to join, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, get in on the fun.
Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
Huge selection of rugs and cowhide under the white tent next to Carl's Appliance in Onalaska. Multiple sizes, including round rugs and so much more. Hurry in. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind sale.
Help your pup feel their best with water therapy at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our heated pool is perfect for recovery, mobility, and gentle exercise. Book your dog's splash session today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
They often say variety is the spice of life. Well, if that's what you're looking for, the Board Store is your destination, because we have variety. We have windows and doors. We have siding. We have sunrooms. We have kitchens. We have bathrooms. We have flooring. We have tile. Whatever your home improvement needs are, interior or exterior, there's no better destination than the Board Store showrooms at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
What keeps me at Eagle Crest are the people that I work with. I enjoy my team so much. I look forward to seeing them every day. I enjoy our monthly meetings, getting to see the other managers from the other facilities and collaborate. I motivate my team by bringing us back to why we're here, going through our residents, getting to know them. You feel like you're really part of a big mission to help our residents have a full and healthy life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
GNT. Get a heat pump for your home or office space.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Huge selection of rugs and cowhide under the white tent next to Carl's Appliance in Onalaska. Inventory is priced to sell, so stop in today. Multiple sizes, including round rugs and so much more. Hurry in. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind sale.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, a young fan's special moment took a sudden turn when his home run ball was taken during a heated scene at a Phillies game in Miami.
But the team and fans quickly came together to ensure he still had an unforgettable experience. Christian Benavides spoke to that young fan and his family.
Sometimes you need that reset.
And Bader just unloads on this one.
At first glance, there's nothing unusual here. A home run by Phillies outfielder Harrison Bader and fans converging to try to grab the ball. Philadelphia fan Andrew Feltwell comes up with the souvenir and hands it to his son Lincoln, the whole family there celebrating his 10th birthday.
To have the ball even come close to coming near us, the excitement of a maybe, and then to grab it, it was just like, you know, it kept stepping up higher and higher. And when I put that ball in his glove, I felt like I accomplished something great.
But that feeling was short-lived. Another fan storms over to demand the ball. Give me a sense of that roller coaster of emotions.
The screaming and yelling is what killed it for me. You know, I would have loved to turn my back or pushed her away or something like that, but I just decided to make it end and give her the ball and be happy that she goes away. And
Feltwell says he snatched the ball a moment before anyone else. A fair play as it bounced around the seats at Miami's Lone Depot Park.
I'm kind of overwhelmed with all the fame.
Lincoln didn't leave empty-handed. The Marlins gave him a goodie bag of memorabilia. Some fans came over to give him their own balls. And after the game, Bader gave him a signed bat.
Really, really cool just even meeting him in person. But him giving me the bat, that was very, very nice of him.
To top it off, the Phillies won the Friday night game against the Marlins, 9-3. Christian Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
And we'll have another look at your forecast right after the break.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
Here at Schneider Heating, we have a huge emphasis on culture, getting along, working together. We follow through on our promises, and we get the job done.
We will do what we need to do to ensure that you are safe, comfortable, and happy.
We have a lot of veteran installers who really care, and even more put their mind at ease by installing Carrier equipment.
We're not just putting in a furnace. You know, you're hiring the whole company. You're hiring our service department, our install department. Just a ton of experience. We're very helpful.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Thankfully, American Waterworks offers proven, warranted solutions. Typically less expensive than full replacement and more efficient and lightweight than mud jacking, our methods are designed to last. After all, your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
Wait, you gave yourself a flu vaccine?
At your house?
How?
FluMist, it's a flu vaccine you give yourself. Yeah, at home.
You do what at home?
FluMist Home! What? FluMist Home!
A vaccine delivered to your home?
Yes!
You give yourself a shot? No, it's a mist that goes up my nose. My mom does it.
And it works? Yeah, it's the same flu vaccine you get at the doctor's or pharmacy.
So easy. Even you can do it, Chief.
FluMist is a nasal spray flu vaccine for people aged 2 to 49. Don't get FluMist if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components, eggs, or to other flu vaccines. Do not give FluMist to children or adolescents taking aspirin therapy. Tell your healthcare provider about all your medical conditions, including asthma, wheezing, or Guillain-Barré syndrome, and about all the medicines you take. Runny or stuffy nose, sore throat, or fever may occur.
So I can order FluMist online? Yeah, just go get your phone.
Get flu protection without the injection. Order at flumist.com.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
All right, that time of year, we're starting to see some color in northern Minnesota. I would assume Wisconsin's already got some. It just hasn't been reported too much, but that will begin to expand. But it's not going to feel like fall for the next several days. Tomorrow, it kind of will be. 60s for the north, 70s. We have showers coming in, but that's only for areas to the north of Eau Claire. We'll see more of that activity area-wide Tuesday night. The rest of the week, it's more like summer. We got 80s, even mid-80s, all the way potentially through Saturday before we start cooling off again. And pretty much a dry forecast minus the precipitation we might see Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Looks fantastic. Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.